Hola, buenas. Antes de nada quería disculparme con vosotros debido a esta larga ausencia sin subir vídeos, interacción en redes sociales y en general mi desaparición completa durante todo este tiempo. Todo ello se ha debido a situaciones complicadas personales, laborables e incluso judiciales que me han impedido tener el tiempo, la energía o el descanso para poder seguir haciendo esto como de costumbre. Parece que todo está un poco calmado ya, así que por mi parte solo quería disculparme al respecto antes de comenzar con el vídeo. Volvemos con una nueva entrevista, y esta vez a alguien a quien le tengo muchísimo cariño y a quien admiro, a alguien que descubrí a través de la publicidad de Instagram y enseguida quedé fascinado por el sonido que había llegado a crear. Estoy hablando de Jesse del proyecto musical As My Vision Fades, un proyecto fantástico en el que consigue innovar y combinar el black gaze, el DSBM e incluso el grunge, creando una especie de subgénero nuevo llamado Black Grunge Gaze. Si no lo conocéis, debéis echar un vistazo a su discografía ya de ya, en la que encontraremos melancolía, desolación, tristeza, autocrítica e incluso desamor. Quienes lo conozcáis un poquito más sabréis el papel que ha tenido su pareja actual en la actualidad y cómo ella le ha conseguido ayudar e impulsar para seguir adelante sin rendirse. Así que desde aquí puedo decir por mi parte y principalmente en nombre de Jesse, muchas gracias Casey por todo el apoyo y cariño constantes hacia Jesse, ya que sin esto él no sería quien es a día de hoy. Sin más dilación, os presento la conversación que tuve con Jesse y espero que la disfrutéis. Prontito llegarán muchas más entrevistas. Nos vemos pronto, que disfrutéis de la conversación. Chao, chao. First of all, how do you feel like today, this week, these holidays? How holidays have been going?
Pretty good. Uh, Pretty broke though. Bought a
Yeah,
lot of presents, but yeah, got a lot of stuff. Me and my girlfriend, she got me a lot of good stuff. Other than that, freezing my ass off, but it's going good. It's going good. hmm
same here about the last part. And like the first question is kind of a little bit awkward, like for many people, like is could you introduce yourself like for those people who doesn't know you yet?
Um, my name is Jesse. I have a band called As My Vision Fades. It's like black gaze mixed with post grunge and like a little DSBM influence.
Hmm.
Um, I'm 21. I turned 22 in like 23 days. I'm from Illinois, lived here my whole life, and I'm a truck driver. Um,
Hmm.
and I just make music whenever I'm home. So yeah, that's me. Mhm.
That's a nice introduction as well. So the next question you actually kind of answered it a little bit. So my interest is to know, like in your day-to-day life, how do you actually balance your personal life with your musical life, if we can say that?
Fucking no, it's very hard. It's very hard. Because most of the time I'm on the road.
Yeah.
Uh, Mainly like 4 days of the week I'm on the road driving.
Hmm.
So sometimes I'll bring my recording stuff into the truck. So then when I'm, taking a break, I can
Hmm.
record. Or when I get home and me and my girlfriend, because we live together, me and my girlfriend are like, just chilling.
Yeah.
I'll take some time out to write some music. Um, it takes a while because I've been having some writer's block, but I'm actually working on like 4 new songs right now.
Nice.
Not gonna lie.
So it's gonna be like a
So
new
I'm
EP or new album coming out or what or
I'm
whatever.
I'm I'm trying to write an album right now. hmm
That sounds really nice, actually. So you told me we are gonna talk about it later because like I see that your girlfriend is like a really big inspiration about your creative process and
hmm
like creating some music, and we are gonna discuss it later. So this question is kind of related to the last one that we did. How does everyday life, emotions, problems, routines influence the way you write the musical lyrics? Because I saw that your first stage, if we can say it like that, it was like kind of more like DSBM, more kind of depressing stage a little bit, and
hmm
lately I've been realizing that since the appearance or the first time you met your girlfriend or whatever, your mindset changed like a lot. That's why I see, and how a little bit, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like when I first started, it was more depressing. But then I was like, I don't know. I'm not really in that mind state no more. Like, as much as I used to when I think I was 18 when I
Hmm.
started writing it. And then, yeah, I met a girl. And then she broke up with me, and then I used like the inspiration,
Hmm.
like the heartbreak,
Yeah,
basically to put it in there. That it's not about anybody. I just use like the heartbreak, and then now I'm trying to write this album for my current girlfriend. Um, I'm writing it for her.
that's so honest and beautiful. So actually, as you say, like day by day, the emotions that you suffer or you feel every day, it kind of influence the way you write music, right? Like it's
Exactly.
the most important part your on your creative process. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make this question, and it's time for you to make the most beautiful sentence that you can make. I saw that your girlfriend is a really great inspiration for yourself to make music, or at least to keep on marching on in life. So, how important is she for you, and what is her paper on your life?
She's the most important thing to me, honestly. Like I've only been dating her for about 5 months, but I feel like I've known her forever.
That's so
Um,
beautiful, man.
I love this girl with all my heart, and I hope she doesn't listen to this, but I'm gonna propose to her within like 6 months.
No way.
Hell yeah.
Congrats for
hmm
that, actually.
Thank you. So I'm trying to save up for a ring. But yeah, right now I'm in the mindset of this is my girl. This is, I like writing romantic songs, but like they have like a melancholic sadness behind it, but it's
Yeah.
still like romance. So that's what I'm trying to write for her because that's like where my mind is at right
Yeah, that's
now.
like a really good and beautiful, maybe not improving, but evolution of yourself. So I'm really glad that you feel okay and you found the real one. Like
Oh yeah, thank you.
that's what everyone deserves actually. So this is a we are keeping in the general questions block, but this not, this is more like music related a little bit.
Mhm.
So, and this is also an awkward and difficult question to answer. That's really difficult if you are a guy like me that you are listening to music every day. So, which artists or bands do you consider to be, an influence on your personal life and your musical creative process? It's really difficult, I know.
It is difficult. There's a on the album I just made.
Mm-hmm.
I released like in May. Um, there was a lot of Deftones
Mm-hmm.
influence as well, especially on the first song, the first track. A lot of Deftones influence. Um, I used a lot of influence from Stain. Um, I love Stain.
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
favorite post grunge band out of the '90s. They're amazing. I'm addicted to Stain. I use a lot of influence from Stain, Deftones, a little bit from Sadness, mainly with like the nice breaks
Yeah.
and just changing up the way the riff, like the riff, basically you use the same riff and you just change it over the whole song, and it just sounds beautiful. Like the way
Yeah.
you can just make one piece of music just in like 20 different variations in one track.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just I don't know who else. Fuck. Seether, post grunge
Yeah.
band. Uh, Early in my music, I used a lot of my useless. No, was it my useless life? Is that who that is? My useless life. I used a lot of them as inspiration for my for like the beginning, like the
Yeah.
DSBM sound that I used to go to. But now, yeah, it's mainly just Deftones, Stained, Sadness, of course. Like I feel like that's everybody's like he's a staple.
Yeah.
Um, um, and then there's this artist he featured on one of my songs. His name is Strayline. He's more of like a shoegaze,
Yeah.
new gaze type of sound. I like a lot of the sound that he has, so I take a lot of influence from him.
Yeah, I feel like your
hmm
music kind of have the vibe as well, some Midwest emo, you know, something
hmm
about it, like the talking about the melodies, like the beautiful melodies with the guitars, with the sounds, and in the background your screams like really low or maybe really crispy or something like that. So it's like that contrast that makes like really beautiful and sad at the same time. That it sounds like kind of
hmm
post-hardcore or maybe Midwest a little bit.
I use, I don't know. I can't really I can't even like define. Like I can't put my music into like a cage because like I try to like make every song sound different. Like I don't try to make every song sound the same. I always have like a different style or
Hmm.
cadence
Yes.
or tuning or just the way the song is made. I always try to make it sound as different as possible while being in the same album.
Yeah, I see that, and like something that I just realized when I was listening to your music, it was like you don't even care about making like tempo changes. Like you are going
No.
through the song, and late, and then at some moment the song goes like slower for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and later like I was gonna ask you that later, but I want to know if you want to use that like as a reflection of of the feelings that you want to to express with with the music. Like maybe we can use down tempos of songs to express something more sad, or maybe something more
Mm-hmm.
depressing or whatever, and maybe the fastest parts are more like the optimistic part of the feelings or the songs or whatever.
Yeah, I like usually the faster parts are more of the chorus, and I like the chorus. I always thought of the chorus to be like the main, like the main part of obviously it's the main part of the song, but I always thought like that's like the angry part or the fast parts, what
Hmm.
everybody wants to listen to. So it's more fast paced. Um, and then in between the chorus, I like to basically like have just like a kind of like a break, so more slow tempo,
Yeah.
so you don't get overwhelmed. I don't like being overwhelmed by the music. Now the sound, I always try to make my songs very loud. So it's very sound wise, it is overwhelming, but with the tempo wise, in between all the in between like every part of the song, I try to change the tempo so it's not like just one consistent tempo. Try to have like a slow tempo in the beginning, then a fast, then a slow, then a fast, and then maybe fast again, and then slow. Just I don't know. I just like alternating in between. I don't like having the same tempo the entire time.
Yeah, I also feel like some songs are like you use like some dissonant sounds as well, and not just that. Like sometimes you use like more you are like more technical talking about the drum part. Maybe I feel like
Mm-hmm.
some songs are more technical that they should be a little, or we can say like that they should be, and
Mm-hmm.
that's really interesting. Maybe you get that influence from genres like math rock or mathcore or whatever. I don't know.
Uh, well, so I bought my first drum set in February of last year.
Hmm.
So I started playing the drums. Before that, I didn't know shit about drums. Like you can tell, like if you listen to my slam project, like the drums are absolutely terrible. Like the worst written things I've ever heard in my life. Like it's so bad. Um, uh, before I started learning drums, I really didn't know much about it. It's just, I was just the guitar. Like I've been playing the guitar since fucking 2016, so I know everything about it. Uh, but then I started playing the drums, and now it's like just a second. It's like the back of my hand. I just know everything about it. I know everything about it. I know where to put the notes. I know how I can make something sound more technical or more simple, more emotional. I do like adding a lot of technicality to the drums.
Yeah.
I've always thought like if you listen to my Useless Life, the drums are very technical, over the top. I was like, this just sounds amazing. Like if you just had like a simple like Lars Ulrich type beat on there, it just wouldn't sound good.
Yeah.
But if you add some technicality, some ghost notes, um, 30 different fucking cymbals, crazy drums, it just sounds good. And then on top of that, my favorite band is Infinite Annihilator.
Oh my
I love it.
god.
I
I
love
have both of CDs, the Elysian Graveyard or whatever, like the purple one,
yeah.
and the first one that
Uh-huh.
is what that it was with Dan Watson.
Yeah.
The Count Crusher song, the
You're
population. No,
fucking
the population
lucky.
program is from Acrania. It's another band, but I was trying to remember like the track list. There is a call Anal Prolapse Suffocation.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
Mm-hmm.
that band is really good. My first time that I listened to them, I was like watching, the drummer playing that, and at first it was like, wow, wow, this guy like plays really fast and all that stuff. I don't know actually
Hmm.
what's the situation about it. I don't know if he was like playing um like virtual drums, like a
Yeah,
programming drums or
it's
whatever.
it's a lot of triggers
Yeah,
in programming. And, I don't give a fuck about that. It's
yeah, it
it's
sounds
just
really good.
amazing. Like that's the point of it. It's just to be over the top. And like that's my favorite band of all time. I love all their songs. And I love the drumming, of course. So
Yeah,
I like technical drums. So it may be a little over the top sometimes, but I don't know. I really love that. And especially trying to learn it just makes me better. Trying to
yeah.
learn the songs that I programmed on my little keyboard right here. It just, it just makes me better, a better drummer.
Yeah, I see that. So you told me a little bit about, the slam projects that you have. So I want you to tell me more a little bit about the two slam projects that you actually have that I don't know if they're active, that are still active or not, called Decomposed Cadaveric Remains and Epilumbarlysis, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah. Uh Epilumbarolysis. Yeah. So I started that when I was 16 in 2020. I was playing it on my grandma's laptop. um, it's not good at all. It is not good. The drums are terrible. The production is terrible. I do like the guitars,
Hmm.
but it's just the guitars are just regular slam riffs. The lyrics are fucking hilarious. It's just so funny.
Yeah,
All the vocals are inhales. So they don't sound that cool. But I do want to revive it. I've been trying to revive it. Um, trying to make more music for that. I just don't have the time for it because I got this and
yeah,
my life. I'm trying. Um, but yeah, that band. When was the last time I released a song? I think it was 2021.
yeah.
Was the last time I released? Yeah,
The
it's
EP,
been
maybe, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, it's been 4 years since I made a song for that band. I do want to revive it, but I don't know. It was just when I first started learning how to record and make music, and it was not that good. And then DCR Decomposed. I don't that band has like really bad history.
Okay.
This is really bad. Yeah, no, I was in there was another guy, I forgot his name, Josh or something. And he basically like he was an asshole. And then
Hmm.
he kicked me out. And then I deleted all the music. And then I turned that into As My Vision Fades on Spotify. So As My Vision Fades used to be that band on Spotify, and then I just switched it.
That's why
And so yeah.
I was like searching, doing some research about it, and I didn't find any music at all. I just found
No.
the register in Metalum,
Hmm.
the website that like appears your name and the band that you are like active, and I couldn't find anything. That's why I guess.
Yeah, all the videos and music for it is gone. I don't even know I don't even think I have any of it on my computer. Like I can't find it.
That's an interesting story. So actually, talking about the same a little bit, which bands were your inspiration to start slam projects? Because for me,
Uh,
like one of my favorite bands ever is Waking the Cadaver.
Ooh, I love Waking the Cadaver.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they're
maybe
good.
can you tell
Um,
me? Yeah.
I don't even know. Just honestly, any slam band. I just love slam. Like it's one of the best genres ever. It's so simple, so easy, yet it's like just amazing.
Mhm.
Um, I haven't been listening to it that much. I really don't like any of the new slam. I think it's just very oversaturated and washed down.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing over, and they use too many samples. Not enough horror samples. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of slam right now, but uh, I think the inspirations for the band are just I don't think I have any inspirations. I think just actually um Abominable Putridity
Oh
was one of
my
my
God, that's
biggest
a really
inspirations.
really great band. Like I love it.
I love the I love the how every note sounded like it was by itself. Like it was just like there was like a little in between
Hmm.
every note. It was just like it hit even harder.
Yeah.
Like there was no um yeah, it just sounds so good. So yeah, Abominable Futurity was one of my inspirations.
That's some beautiful and great bands as well. In my case, I'm talking about Waking the Cadaver, and there are some more there, I guess. But I had a conversation that I don't know when it's gonna be this release, because I have like 5 or 6 pending to make the subtitles, editing, and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
I was talking with Alice from Cofre de Villux. I don't know if you know the project. That is like atmospherical black metal combined with black gaze. Well, she's from
Ooh.
Quebec, Canada, and
Mhm.
she has like 30 different projects at the same time. At the same time,
Jesus.
yes, and she has like 10 projects that they are like brutal death metal, slam, gore grind, and all that stuff. And for me, like gore grind is almost impossible to listen to. Like for me, slam
I
is like the
mm-hmm.
easiest way to listen to that type of extreme metal genres. But
Mm-hmm.
when you reach gore grind, that is really funny to listen to. I gotta say sometimes, but sometimes it's like as you said, like really oversaturated.
It
So
is.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 30 projects is crazy. I could never do that. I think at the most I've ever had was like three.
Yeah, she told me that
That's
she
hey,
can she just can like make music. She is not able to
oh
make
yeah.
anything than
I wish I
music.
had that time. I wish I had that.
Yeah, and the creative mind that she has like is so like, and I am so jealous of her about it.
Mhm.
Secondly, like, I want to know if you were involved in previous. You told me that that part of Slam, but before like being involved in the project that you were actually active, were you involved in another projects or bands before starting your individual ones?
I did no, that's actually all the bands I've had. I did try making another band. It was like a technical death metal band. What was it called? It's called Tribulation or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing came with that. Uh, that's pretty much it. I don't have any other bands that are worth talking about. I have a lot of startups
Mm-hmm.
or attempt to start music up, but other than that, I have nothing that's like has like history except like the three bands we talked about, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Like, actually, we are gonna talk about it later, but like, putting all the effort in your main project, you can really see that, like, from the first single, like the first instrumental that you posted on Bandcamp, until the
Mhm.
the last project, well, split, that you made with My Endless Life, that he's a friend of mine as well, and he's like
Mhm.
really a good guy. You can
I
see
like
like
him.
a really improvement, evolution of production, mastering, and mixing, that I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
ask you later. That like, this can lead to the next block called musical questions. So firstly, this is kind of related actually to the personal ones, but it's more related to music. Can you tell me, when did your fascination with music begin?
Uh, I'm not sure. I've always been fascinated with music from a very young age. I've loved music, and then when I was 12, no, I was 12. My dad bought me my first guitar, and he bought me the Rocksmith game. I love
Oh
Rocksmith.
my god, yes.
Um, yeah, I still use it to this day, but I basically used that for the first 4 years learning. I got really good. At the same time, I was using a bass guitar, just learning every song. And then in 2019, I started. That's when I got into deathcore and death metal.
Nice. I love
Uh,
deathcore as well.
and I was just listening to that shit nonstop. I would fall asleep in class, wake up, and find a new band because Spotify would like start playing random bands. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. That's
Yeah.
how I actually found Cattle Decapitation.
Oh my
Um,
god. Oh, that's a great band
mm,
as well.
uh, and then I don't know. I just love music, like the way you can story tell. the emotion, especially with Black Gaze, like there's so much emotion behind
Mm-hmm.
it and so much different ways you can style the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not boring. It never gets boring. It's just an amazing genre, and I'm glad I found it and glad I made I hope I can make a mark in it someday. But right
Yes.
now, building up to it.
Yeah, and actually, Black Gaze is like for me, it's like the evolution of DSBM in kind of way.
Hmm.
Like it's like some people say that trap music is like an evolution from hip hop or whatever. I think I can say the same about Black Gaze because it's even more creative. Like some bands tend to to be like more, I don't know, like simple maybe. Talking about this DSBM, like there is like a formula that many bands use. More a lot of bands like they are different and they have like different creative process and all the stuff, but some mostly like, if in general maybe most of the DSBM bands are like using the same technique or formula, to create music. That is
Hmm.
not bad at all. That like I really like DSBM, and I one of my favorite bands is the Calius, and maybe I can say Silencer as well, maybe. But like Black Gaze is like the optimistic way of DSBM, like, if we can say that.
Hmm.
Like it has the that
Hmm.
color that you can be more creative and you can be more, you can feel the freedom doing Black Gaze. Maybe on DSBM you can get a little bit stuck on making the making sound like, for me DSBM is like the hardcore of black metal. When some hardcore
Mm.
fans are like doing another thing that is not hardcore, they got mad and something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
That
for
it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, for DSBM is like if you are doing something else different than DSBM, like I, g- I can guarantee that the band that you actually mentioned, the My Useless Life, they got like hated a little bit for using more technical parts. Maybe some other guys, like another audience, got like, really, that's really nice, you actually appreciate that.
Hmm.
But some people, like more close-minded people, they got like stuck in that genre and they don't want to move from there. I don't know if I explain well, but like that's my first thought when I was like listening to Black Gaze, that it was like an evolution or maybe like a free way to make black metal music and combine it to something more colorful, if we can say it like that.
Yeah, it's way more light, more optimistic, like you were saying. Like I love DSBM, but sometimes it's just you get a little in your head about it. Like it's a little too depressing at times,
Yeah,
which is okay, but and then sometimes it's just a little bit too much. I don't know. I like long songs, but sometimes they just get too long. I'm like, I don't got time for this. Like it's like 20-minute songs. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
that's too much actually.
Um, I like for my songs, I like keeping it around like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, just simple. Uh, but with DSBM, it's just sometimes it gets a little monotone, like the same thing over and over. It's simple, so if you like simple music, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't want to listen to crazy stuff. I just want to listen to something simple. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
But when I want to listen to something technical, more in depth, you go to Black Gaze. You got so many different subgenres of it that are mixed in, and it's just uh, a way better mindset to be in, not listening to depressive stuff all day. You got
yeah,
to be a little optimistic sometimes.
yeah. It's a it's
So yeah,
a it's a healthy way to listen to black metal as well. It's like
exactly.
it's like fresh air, after
Hmm.
listening to some dark stuff, and that's totally fine because you have stages in your life that you are like okay listening with it, because it gets like the comfy feeling, about being sad, and like putting listening to music even more sad that you are actually, that makes you feel like good or some, like that feeling.
Yeah, like whenever I was sad and I used to listen to DSBM, it would make me not feel alone, so it's good. But then if you're not really in that mindset, um, listening to it can, I don't know, I just don't think it's the right way to go. You got to listen to some more optimistic stuff. So I that's why I love Black A's. It's
Yeah,
just amazing.
yeah. There's like a debate actually, like people saying that DSBM is kind of dangerous to people that they are not like in that stage of life, maybe that this kind of. But it's like the same debate, like when people tells you that you don't play like video games like they are violent because it
Hmm.
will make you violent. That doesn't make any sense. Like
No,
you can be enough old or mature to make a difference between or what you're listening or what you feel or what you're gonna do about it. Like
exactly. Like I've never felt like doing any of that stuff. Um, yeah, I've never felt like doing any of that stuff, so I don't find it to be damaging. But uh, in like the emotional side, it's nice to just try to listen to different things, so you don't always be in that melancholic,
yeah,
like darkness.
yeah, that's the same opinion I have actually. So can we? Well, I have a question that like I was gonna ask you that if you have a like a vocal technique and with where did you learn to scream? Because I'm a big deathcore fan, and metalcore and whichever, and I'm like obsessed to learn like vocals and all that stuff. So where did you learn, or if you have like a vocal technique?
Uh, Basically, I think 2019 when I started getting into deathcore and death metal, I started learning deathcore vocals like Dickie Allen,
Yeah, goblin
CJ
type shit.
McCreary.
Oh my God,
Exactly.
CJ, have you listened to the Immortal Disfigurement project
Hmm.
and all this stuff, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Like he's top three. Dickie Allen's number one. He's two. I don't know who's three. Maybe Dan Watson. I love Dan
Dan
Watson. Dan
Watson.
Watson is right. So yeah, I tried learning those. I did pretty good. Did it for like half a year. And then in 2020, I did my slam. It was just all inhales. So like that type
Yeah,
of stuff. It was just straight inhales the entire time. Uh Not good for the throat, but hey, I like the way it sounded.
yeah, it sounds good.
Uh mm-hmm. And then now it's a lot of screaming, lows. Uh I don't really know. I don't really have a technique. I basically just hold the mic and just scream. That's basically all I do.
Okay.
And just try to make it sound good. Um, I'll try to do a low, a mid, or a high. I'll try to add like like a clean sound into my
Hmm.
scream.
Yeah,
Like in some of my songs, you'll hear me like scream, but then at the end it'll turn into like like a clean sound, like
yeah.
a clean scream. I love doing that sound. It just adds like a lot of emotion. And then for my cleans, like regular, like just talking, singing, I don't like my cleans at all. Like I'm not a big fan of clean singing for
Okay.
myself. I don't think I have the voice for it. Um, I do want to take vocal lessons. I always wanted to, but right now I just basically just scream. That's my technique. Just scream and make it sound good.
So you don't have like any technique at all. You've been like trying to scream, and you have finally got a like a technique made by yourself, maybe.
Exactly. I just have something that's for myself. I don't know if I could apply it to somebody else. I think if you want to just scream, just fucking do it, and your body will you'll recognize what sounds you can make and how to do it, and that's your technique. Is just recognizing how to make the sound,
Hmm.
how to do it, and that's basically what I've done. Is just expose yourself to that vocal possibility, basically.
Yeah, so it's really nice that actually, like, without vocal lessons, you actually learn a way to scream or to growl or whatever. Like
Hmm.
that, I guess that is like a healthy way to make it. I don't know if it hurts you like a lot making exhales. I guess that you make exhales when you are doing like hikes and mids and whatever.
It doesn't hurt, but my voice will be dead if I do it. If I do like a whole song, because sometimes I'll record a chorus and then I'll do the vocals the same day, so I don't have to do vocals all in one day because then it'll mess my voice up. So I try to
Hmm.
spread it out. But if I do a whole song at once, my voice will be dead for a couple days. Like I'll just sound stupid. Um, but there's no pain, so my it's very comfortable.
That's my main goal this year. Like I have to, to project the sounds, the any sound that, like talking about deathcore or metalcore, like, or maybe even slam, that, I've been trying the Don Campan's, technique a little bit from like a lot of years ago. And, I can make the sound, but, it's like for me, if I have to explain to someone which is my technique, is like I can get the most powerful sound, but I cannot hold it because I have to, to swallow saliva, and I lost it. So for me, it's like I use a lot of saliva to make it, and that's the worst
Hmm.
thing that I should do.
Damn, that's frustrating.
Yeah, because, like I can make everything, because, I have like some recorded audios that I have like for making like some covers or whatever, and you can
Hmm.
feel that the sound is like really low. I can make like really low sounds or even highs, and, like the I don't know how the what's the technique when you're like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
That
I know
when
what
you
you're
put
talking about. Like,
your tongue like down there.
yeah, like a little goblin scream.
Yeah, that goblin scream,
Hmm.
and I can make that, and I can go high and whatever, but, like I feel so exhausted that I have to swallow saliva, and I lost it. And I have to, to wait a
Damn.
little bit. For me, that's my main goal. Because I'm so jealous of you and the people who knows how to scream. Like in even it's their technique, not the unofficial
Hmm.
one or whatever. That's one of my main goals. So really jealous of you talking about it. And
Nah,
yeah,
your scream sounded way better than mine. Mine is just fries and mids. Like I can tell you can get like the very high scream, like Dickie Allen type. You would be so much better than me.
no,
I
I
can
don't think
tell.
so, because you have like a unique sound that sounds like a really old school black metal when when we are talking about highs. I feel it, like I feel
Mm,
like I'm listening to
okay.
a song from Emperor, or maybe even, I kind of feel like there's some Cradle of Filth like type scream. I know that's like super unique,
Mm,
but, like that high, like that raspy and crispy sound. I really like
yeah.
like that. Like
Hell yeah. Thank you.
I really appreciate your vocal technique that you make by yourself. So, talking about more music, could you tell me, like I'm interested about your creative process, from the initial idea that you have about a song or whatever, through the composition and, and the recording to the final release.
Uh, so I think what I start with is I just write up song titles. Um, right now I got like eight cooked up for the album. I just write the song titles, and then with that, I'll go into my recording software, and I'll just jam on my guitar, try to play around with shit, play different chords, try to just write something. I
Hmm.
use a lot of different tunings, a lot of tunings I use. A couple I made myself. They're just random tunings. They're all very low tunings. I love the low tunings because it's very grungy, very
Like
post grunge.
F
So
or something like that.
yeah, a lot of them are C. That's the lowest I go is C,
Drop C
C
is nice.
tuning. Um, and I'll just jam out, try to write something, make it sound good. I've been having a lot of writer's block, but I finally was able to write, some riffs for these four songs I'm working on.
Hmm.
So I'll just write the riff, try to make it sound emotional, change up the tempo. Um, then behind that, I'll do a melody, like a little rhythm guitar. It'll be like a dun dun dun, just like a little rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the drums I program the drums, and then I try to add some technicality to it to make it sound
Different.
um different, exactly, just to make it, I don't know, I love technicality of the drums. And then after the whole song is done, i'll I'll just record the vocals, and I produce it, master it, boom, done. That's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much the whole composition. It takes a long time. There's been a couple songs where I was able to write it in one day, but most of the songs they take like weeks because I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure out how to structure it and how to just make it not sound like boring. You know, I just it takes a long time for me to write a song.
Yeah, and actually, if you are, if it's, when you make something by yourself, it's like impossible or almost impossible not to be like kind of perfectionist about whatever you are creating. So it takes more
Hmm.
time to know to polish everything, because for you it's not that okay until you know to you feel that it's already done. We can release it. So there's like not just the writing, the composition, and the producing and the mastering, the mixing part that is like it takes a lot of time, a really long time.
Hmm.
Not just that, to then you have to polish everything until you feel that everything is okay for you. That's the most difficult
Exactly.
part, actually.
And there's been a lot of times I have this method where like I'll write a song,
Hmm.
I have to go to sleep, wake up and listen to it. And if I like it, it's good. If I don't like it, I got to get rid of it. Because sometimes I'll write a song, I'm like I'll write a riff, I'm like, okay, this sounds pretty good. I'll go to sleep, wake up, I'm like, this is terrible. I'm like,
Okay.
what the hell did I just write? Like you gotta basically just put yourself I I don't know, it's like the sleep method. I just say like I go to sleep, wake up, it's just not good. Cause like in that
Yeah.
in that time I thought it was good. Uh but yeah, it's very hard being by yourself because you gotta you just do everything. You gotta do the lyrics, production, the composition,
Hmm.
drums, guitars, screaming, mastering, producing,
There's too much
releasing. You
there.
got promotion, which I suck at. I'm terrible at promoting. But yeah, it's just hard to do all that stuff. And you do, like you said, become a perfectionist. Like there's recording sessions in my DAW that are like hours long because they're just so many songs that I thought sounded good or
Hmm.
they do sound good, but I just don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sessions that are just hours long, full of like different riffs that I've written or different songs, and I've just scrapped them or just I'll come back to it later. Like the EP that I released with My Endless Life, those two riffs of both songs, I wrote like fucking a year and a half ago, like a year and a half before releasing. And
Okay.
so I went in my recording software, I listened to them, was like, wait, these sound really good. Let me use these. Because at that time, I didn't think they sounded good. But
Hmm.
then now I listen to them, I'm like, okay, you sound really good. Let me try to spice it up, make it work. And I did. Um, so yeah, that's basically the whole process. It's just a long process, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you actually, that's so nice that you actually rescue like, oh, some older sessions and pieces that you actually wrote in the past, because
Mm-hmm.
many people tell me that like I record like 3 hours and whatever, how many hours, and I have like getting picking like just two ideas, and later like in the next few years maybe I'm taking another two, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm doing it's the same that I'm doing right now. Like I just record like 10 or 12 interviews with people and conversations, and I don't even have the time to even edit or like um being in the editing part like yet. Like I record a lot,
Yeah.
like in a group of recordings, and actually choose which one I'm gonna post maybe next week, maybe the other one, and it's like kind of the same, but more, you invest more time than me, actually.
Yeah, and I just remember it. So the song I made, "There's Nothing as Beautiful as You."
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's another example, dude. I went into my Instagram archive, like the stories, and I saw a video of me playing it, like back in 2022. I was like, "This sounds really good." So I basically just looked at my fingers and
No way.
learn yeah, learn how to play it by ear. And so I released it like 3 years later. Because yeah, it was like I wrote that song I wrote the riff for that song back in 2022, 3 years before I released it. And I listened to it. I'm like, okay, this sounds pretty good. So I just wrote it back up
Oh my
and
god,
released it.
that's
Mm-hmm.
actually so. Like I really like talk about this type of stuff, because people tells me different stories that they are like really kind of match the underground vibe of the scene. Like I Alice actually told me something like, my first EP, that it was like the SBM, I recorded it with the headset, with the gaming headsets, like the microphone that is like right there, and like a really cheap one, like a $10
Hmm.
one. And like is the that's the beautiful part of music, that you can actually create music in any way possible. Like it doesn't you don't even need like to waste or spend like thousands of dollars in gear or
Hmm.
whatever. Like that's
No, literally, exactly. Yeah, you're right. You don't got to do anything. Like, right now, all I got is a gaming laptop,
Mhm.
um, the Focusrite, Scarlett interface, and then my microphone. It's like a $500 microphone, but somebody gave it to me for like $100.
Oh my
So
god.
I
Okay.
got yeah, I got lucky. So that's and then I use a free recording software. I use Sonar, which used to be Cakewalk.
Hmm.
Uh, and then I use bias effects. I think it was like $150, but it's not even excluding the laptop. It's less than $1,000. Just record everything, and I've had this stuff for over the last like 3 years, 3 4 years. So it's not like I spend it all at once. This is over 4 years,
Yeah.
so it's not expensive at all.
Yeah, you guys like are making me like think about making some music, because I play drums since I was like 7. I play
Hmm.
guitar since I was 12 or something like that, and bass since I was like 15 or 16, and now I'm 24. It's so weird that I'm older than you. Like I don't even think about it. Like what the fuck?
No, dude, and you can do vocals. I don't know why you're not making anything. Like you should.
Yeah,
You should.
I should I had like a teacher for vocals,
Hmm.
like for 1 or 2 sessions, that I was like showing her like my audios, making the vocals. And she was like, I know how to make them right. And but at that time I had like no money at all, and every
Hmm.
session that was like 50 or 60 euros, that is like 70 or $60 or something like that.
Hmm.
It was quite expensive at that moment. But now like I need that motivation as well. But like in this, I have moved recently. Like imagine the neighbors like listening to me, like making like the goblin sound every day. That will be so funny for them. Or maybe they get like a little bit frustrated about it. But it's my
Hmm.
intention, like starting making vocal covers about some music that I really love. Like one of my favorite bands ever is Shadow of Intent. Like
Oh, I love Shadow Intent.
yeah, Ben Dewar is like the one of my favorite
Hmm.
vocalists of all time. And like I started at the beginning, like when I was like and I stopped, sorry, I stopped talking about my personal stuff. I
No, you're good.
was like listening to a lot of Lorna Shore. Like my favorite deathcore album of all time is Immortal. Like
Oh, I love Immortal.
yeah, it's
Hmm.
like my favorite one. Like I don't think that anyone can do like that album never again. And I was like trying to make the to cover any song of that album. Like I really love each one of them, and that's where I started. And later I was like looking at vocal covers, like from people, like looking at the diaphragm
Hmm.
and the throat, and trying to make a connection between them, and learning from what I was just watching, that it was like the most important, impossible, and difficult part about it. And yeah, like when I talk to you, or the people that I've been interviewing, it kind of gives me like a motivation to make it, because like I want to make a cover of or To the Grave, that is one of my favorite bands ever too, or Sings of the Swarm. Like I really love
Hmm.
all the bands, and I really I will think about it. Like I have some money saved, I will try to make that.
You should. You shouldn't think about it. You should do it. You
like
should do
like
it.
imagine like posting every day, like I'm making an interview with some other guy, and one day, like next to that story, I post a reel like me like gobbling like a fucking 10 minutes. Imagine, like, well,
Hmm.
we'll see. So I stopped talking about my personal stuff. I'm really sorry about it. And
No, you're good.
I've noticed like the maybe we can say the high quality of the artwork that you use, like the album covers. I'm really interested about it. What inspires you when choosing like a specific cover art? Where does it come from, and do you feel honestly that reflects the the music that you are about to listen to. I explain. Do you feel that album covers reflect what people and the audience and the listeners are gonna listen to the album, EP, split, single, whatever?
Oh, 100%. Like if you look at a lot of the album covers from my music,
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning it was very dark, not a lot of color
Yeah,
because that was like the DSBM side, it's very black and white. Um, so with that, you can expect something more depressing, more melancholic, more sad. Um, and as time goes on, my album covers have got more colorful because they're more lively, more romantic,
yeah,
just a lot more emotion, excluding sadness, more emotion like love and stuff like that. So there's a lot more color to basically show off those emotions. And the album cover, not all the times, but for most people, like I say like 90% of music, it is a reflection of what you can listen to, what you're
yeah,
about to listen to.
yeah.
Like it's basically um just just the exterior, it's basically just the exterior of what you're about to get into. Um and if you look at it, you can tell like, okay, this is gonna be, sad or depressing. That's why DSBM is always black and white. Like 99% of the time it's black
Yeah,
and white because
yeah.
if you're sad, that's basically what would come out to you most. But if you're more lively, it's more about colors.
Those are the colors
So
that they are always in your mind when you are like in that stage. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, it is a reflection of what you can listen, what you're gonna listen to.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And actually, like, congrats to the album arts that you choose. I don't know if they're like internet pictures. Some of them, I guess that you actually took the make the photos and everything. And they're so like really reflect what you are gonna listen to. And I really appreciate that you actually like in your best, maybe your best or right now the best stage of your life. And I love how you actually put the your girlfriend's face in the album covers. That's like actually so
Mhm.
beautiful. Oh, okay, she's over
She,
there.
yeah, she's back there. But yeah, I when we started dating, I took a lot of pictures with her, and I just had to use it. Like,
Yeah.
I want her to be a part of the music, so she's a part of it. A lot of all these pictures are the ones I've taken.
Hmm.
Um, I just a lot of them I took while I was driving. A lot of them I took while I took walks. Uh, but the ones now, the most recent ones are of her. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
another reflection of what you're about to like, what you're gonna listen to. Like, it's about her.
Yeah,
So,
that's
mhm.
really beautiful, actually. So actually, I don't know if you have been performing live someday, but like talking about this project, like this main project that you have, are you planning to perform live with any or your well, this active project? And if so, do you have any upcoming date? Anything that you have been talking with someone, to prepare a room or whatever to perform live?
I mean, if I don't think I will ever perform live
Mm-hmm.
with this band,
Yeah.
mainly because I've forgotten how to play a lot of my music. Like I basically just play it. I don't tab anything out.
Okay, makes
A lot
sense.
of the songs, some songs I'll remember what to play. Like I'll remember the riffs because I'll just play them over and over again. But most of the songs I don't remember a lick of what to play. Like I don't have any tabs written down. I just play it and release it and just listen to it over and over again. I would love to go like play live, but the logistics of it, like I'm very busy. I
Yeah.
got my job, my girl, my family. So yeah, I don't know if I ever could. Maybe if I struck a gold mine and got really rich, I think I could,
Yeah.
and just remembered how to play every song. But yeah, right now it's just like Infant Annihilator, like it's an internet band, so to say.
Yeah, that's totally fine. But it will be like amazing. Like, well, I don't know if that's true or not, but like Sadness is kind of like that vibe at the beginning. He was like the man. He was like, well, I got this all recorded. I don't have any tabs on it, and people were like, they're actual members of the band that he actually plays live. He's
Mm-hmm.
they were like listening to the music that he was doing, and they prepare the gigs and the rehearsal and all the stuff, like just listen to the music. But it's kind of difficult. Not just that, like learning the songs that you don't actually like make a tab of them, and
Mm-hmm.
moreover, like getting people to like that interested to play your music. That's the most difficult part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and not just that, like the rehearsals, the money that you have to invest. And it's like a really difficult step, but if someday can be made, that will be amazing. But if you have said already that you are not interested maybe in another project that you create someday, that will be like really good. I don't know if you are like really fan of performing live in general.
I I think it would be very scary, very
Okay.
nerve-wracking.
Like.
I would if I maybe started. I do want to start like a deathcore band, slam band. Maybe I would. Um, I would love to do it with as my vision fades, but right now I just I don't remember it like most of the songs, how to play it. I
Mhm,
just the tunings and a lot of the songs are very technical. Like I've been
mhm.
adding a lot of technicality. It's just very hard to learn on the drums. Very very hard to learn. So maybe one day. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, the fact that you actually, I don't know if I'm wrong about it, that I saw that you tried to, well, not tried to make a drum cover from one of your songs, if I'm not wrong, like with the drums.
Yeah, yeah. I did make a drum playthrough for an eerie piece. That was very hard. Took a while to learn because it was just a lot of foot pedal on the hi hat. Like you got to close it, open it within like a second. It was very hard.
Yeah, but like as you said, it's like the when you're listening to your favorite bands and you want to learn the songs and make them drum covers or covers in general, that you can do it like with yourself. That's amazing. Like actually, when you
Mm,
don't have anything written, you you make the songs, you record them, you release them, and you discover what you have been doing in your songs. That's the most
exactly.
that's the most interesting part about making music like that, like with improvising, because later you discover something that you have been doing but you didn't write or anything. So
Hmm.
that's really interesting, actually. So moving on to the main block, that is As My Vision Fades block. How did the name come about, bro? Like, I'm so interested about it.
Um, it was when I was more into like black DSBM and
Mhm.
more of like the depressing side, like the suicide, all that. So it was just as my vision fades, in the moment you're dying, so like your vision is just fading. That's pretty much it. It's all about that. It's just as your vision just
Yeah,
fades.
it sounds like it's a beautiful, like for me, it's like a beautiful and sad name as well. So that's a really good
Mm-hmm.
decision about it. Like, I was like scrolling through your Bandcamp and listen to everything. Like when I make interviews or conversations or whatever, like I don't like to make like typical interviews, like question answer and moving on. Like I want to
Mm-hmm.
connect in some way with the people that I'm interviewing or whatever you kind of call it. I was scrolling, and the first thing that I saw, that it was like a instrumental of a song called "Are You Happy," that you first released
Mm-hmm.
the instrumental, and later you released the final version with the vocals and everything. Why did
Mm-hmm.
you decide like to make this decision to first release the instrumental? It's kind of making like hyping the people to when what they were gonna listen later, or it was like a premeditate, or it was like natural.
At that time, I didn't like the vocals
Mm-hmm.
of the track, so to show the music, like the instrumental, to show the song to other people,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I basically just released the instrumental because I didn't like the vocals. So I was like, okay, here's a song I written without the vocals. What do you like about it? Um, if you want to listen to vocals, you can listen to it, but I wasn't a big fan of the vocals. I've been wanting to remake that song because um I don't like the production of it.
Hmm.
in the drums especially. So I do want to remake it, but yeah, at that time, I just was not a big fan of the vocals, unfortunately.
Yeah. Also, like I noticed in that in the credits that there was like some other guy in the band or something like that, or maybe another member or whatever. You,
Really?
yeah, it sound. Let me check again the name. I didn't actually. It's my Visions Fate band. Let me
It's on the
see.
main camp.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Uh. The other band member didn't work on this song, but will be in the future tracks of this band.
Oh, wait. I don't even Dude, I don't even know. That was damn near 4 years ago. I have no clue who that is.
I saw that. My first thought it was like this guy has another band member at the time, but later
Uh-huh.
he actually or he exit or whatever.
I have no clue. The only person I could think of is um Kenna from Shroud of Blight. That's the only person I could think of. I have no clue because that was damn almost 4 years ago. I don't even remember writing that down because I was so lost.
So we'll say that there was a
that
guy. Maybe there was a guy with you at that time, and now you are in the project like doing everything by yourself.
yeah, after that song, even after that song, there's no. It was just me. I don't
Yeah.
even remember the person. Jesus.
That's totally fine. Like I actually saw like this song like has a lot of like credits, well a lot like some credits on it, and I have seen that you've been working with some guy that I guess this is a guy that is called Taha Mohsin.
Yeah, he has a band. I think it's Parasitic Infection death metal band. He's from Pakistan. He's we used to talk a lot. I haven't talked to him in a minute actually, but we used to be like decent friends online.
Hmm.
Uh, he did the production for the song. Um, but after that, I just do all the production.
Yeah, so
Well, except
yeah, sorry.
except for a couple songs after that, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so I guess the experience was good with working with him, and like I have to highlight in this song the production quality, talking about that stuff, the DSBM mixed with Black Gaze, that is like the first, uh, you know, the first time maybe, or the first time that you've been like combining that genres, and
Mm-hmm.
how dissonant in some parts the song sounds actually. So you told me about it. So I'm not gonna ask you again, but like, where is your background with DSBM music? Like, you've been listening to that type of music since you've been a teenager. You told me a little bit.
Yeah, I started listening to it. I think 2020. No, 20. Yeah, 2020, 2021 is when I started listening to that. So when I was like 16, 17. Uh, and then I think 2021, I found out I started listening to Black A's. I was like, okay, this is more up my alley.
Hmm.
Uh, and then I wanted to write something like that so bad. So I started with the DSBM and I slowly started going to Black A's because it was just more of my style. Uh, and it's just the music I resonate with way more.
Yeah. So like talking about of the lyrics, that there's something that I have to congrat you a little bit, or maybe like appreciate that, like the you are always or almost always put the lyrics in Bandcamp. That is something that I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate. And
I
yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry. So no, you're good. I always try to get my lyrics out. Spotify, Bandcamp, whatever. I always want my lyrics to be out there because I don't know. It's just another part of the puzzle of the song. Like if you don't know what the lyrics are, then you don't know what the song is. You can't resonate with the song as much as somebody that knows what the lyrics are. So it's always good to have the lyrics there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a contrast between you and maybe Damian. That is a guy that he says that he's always like scared of releasing the lyrics. That
Mm-hmm.
imagine like that he has the skill maybe or the ability, I will stop, like sucking his ass. I
Hey,
always
we've all been there.
I always talk up like really good about him, and I'm really sorry about it. But like he don't care about. I mean, he has his lyrics, and he doesn't even care to release them because even without the lyrics, he can resonate with the audience. Like it's really powerful that
Hmm.
But talking about your lyrics right now, like in that song, you can extract that you were having like a really bad stage in that time. So do you think that the music you made in that time, your girlfriend and your environment, have help you to feel better about it, like in your closing that chapter?
Yeah, it's just a way to just get all the feelings out, and then it's just a nice way. Yeah, it's just a nice way to get the feelings out. You don't gotta think about it no more. It's a way to like prepackage it and just throw it away. Like, with the depressed like DSBM side, you got the sad feelings, so then you just put it in a song. You could throw it away. Makes you
Hmm.
feel a lot better. With the heartbreak songs, just take the break, put it, package it up, throw it away. Makes you feel so much better just to be able to put it into this uh I don't know, this vessel.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel so much better. And then you got people that resonate with it. It just makes you feel a lot better about it. Um so now with it, uh I'm more so putting in my feelings of love, like meeting my girlfriend now, my future wife, matter of fact. Um, so I like to put her, I like to prepackage her and put my feelings for her in the song, not to get rid of them, but to make it even more valuable to me,
Yeah,
more
more powerful.
out there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to like to see it, because like some people, like they don't even know how to manage, to close chapters in their lives. And
Mm,
like many people get stuck in some stage, and like music, like when you are like that creative, and you know how to to play instruments, and you make music in general. I think that's the best way to get rid of them, like that by stages or closing that chapters in your life that make you feel like stuck in kind of some way.
mm,
So I really appreciate that you've been able to make it, because many people, like even making that music, and that actually there are some DSBM bands that even they are talking about some depressing stages of their lives and everything, they end like
mm,
in a bad way. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I really appreciate, and
mm.
I'm really glad that you feel better, and you're, nowadays is like brightful and colorful for you, even that.
Hell yeah.
Because
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And in the past it was like more like black and white vision, and now it's like more colorful. So that's really really good for you.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
That's okay. Like next up, we have the single called "At the Last." My vision fades. Like a song that, even though the lyrics keep being like pessimistic and sad, I feel like the black gaze stage growing more in you. It has like
Hmm.
more color and beauty. What were you thinking, like when you made this song? It was made in the same stage that it was like the first one made.
Well, during that time, my one of my family members, he, took his own life.
I'm sorry to
Um,
hear that.
at that time, it was very sad, very, very depressing, and basically, the song is more of a like an anti-suicide song. Like if you look at the lyrics near the end, um, he's basically like talking to death. He's like, "I want my life back. Like I
Yeah,
shouldn't have done this. Like I wish I could take it away." And that's basically what it is. Like, you're in that moment. You're like, "Okay, I should do it," but once you do it, obviously you won't. You'll realize like everything that you could lose, and all your friends and your family, and it's basically like an anti-suicide song. And I did lean more into the black gaze direction, which
yeah,
I'm happy I did.
yeah. Because maybe of the frustration of not in understanding why that happened, right? At the same time,
Hmm.
I really appreciate being honest about it, and I'm really sorry to hear that. Like talking about production, you told me that earlier that we're gonna make it like right now. Like, how was the experience of working with Wounds of Recollection and production? And what is your
Um,
background with that guy?
it was good. He was a good, good, producer. He made the song sound way better. He actually did the bass for two of the songs because
Hmm.
I didn't do the bass. He was like, "Should I do the bass?" I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like." He's like, "All right, hell yeah." So he did the bass. He did the production very well. Very good guy, good music. Um, and he's doing well. So hell yeah.
That's so nice.
After that, I didn't want to do the. I stopped. I don't know. I just wanted to do my own production. Wanted to keep it to myself.
That's so nice. In the in the description of the Bandcamp, it says something like some someone called Emma add some vocals.
Hmm.
Can I talk?
Oh yeah.
Can I ask you about it?
Oh yeah. There was this a girl I used to be friends with. Her name is Emma. I think she lives in Singapore. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and she did some of the vocal, like a little vocal feature. What song was that again?
At my visions, at my wait, sorry for forgetting. At last, my vision fades.
Oh yeah, I think she did. I don't know. I think I might have taken it out. And I forgot to change the credits. I forgot because I think she said she don't want to do it, so I think I forgot to take the credits out. Um, I don't know. It's been very foggy thinking about fucking like 3.5 years ago in the music. I just put a lot of stuff in the band camp and just forgot about it.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I had to do the research. I'm sorry if I'm discovering
No, you're good.
some old and bad stuff about it.
No, you're good.
Okay, so there's another single of yours. Like I'm gonna make a really scroll into your whole discography, so it will be a little bit longer. I'm really sorry about it, but there's
No, you're
a
good.
single called "My Shade, My Home." Such a
Hmm.
beautiful and sad song at that time, and I had to ask you, in that stage of your life, do you agree that sadness is like a comfortable feeling, and it's really difficult to close that chapter? Like maybe I relate, when I see the title I feel like when you're like having a bad stage in your life, that you are in a sad stage or depressive stage, like the most difficult part to close that chapter is like to get rid of that comfortable feeling of suffering, you know?
Hmm.
Like it's really difficult, like it's so easy to keep, like feeling that way, and the most difficult part is like to get rid of that. So
Yeah, like it's just about the song title is just about you're by yourself. It's your home. You feel comfortable being in isolation, and sometimes it's comfortable, but you can't do it all the time. So it's a nice way to like I said, put the feelings in that vessel and just get rid of it because you can't be in that state for a long time. It's very damaging.
yeah.
But that's my cousin. Matter of fact, he doesn't listen to the music like that I listen to or the music I make, but that's his favorite song of
Oh,
mine. That's like the only song he listens to, but he says it's like it's so good. Um, so I'm very proud of that song as well.
you should, like, if your cousin of some people of your environment says that it's their favorite song, like you have to be proud of it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's one of my favorites too. So talking about another song called "Save Me," that is like it has like a really dark vibe. The lyrics keep
Mm-hmm.
being like really pessimistic and sad about yourself, and it's also produced, if I'm not wrong, by Wounds of Recollection. And I
Yeah,
have,
he did.
yeah, sorry.
He did those two songs. You're good.
Yeah, so I have to highlight, how beautiful and well produced is it the song, and um how of my favorite DSBM songs for sure. Like this one is one of my favorite DSBM songs that you ever made. And
Mm-hmm.
what were you thinking when you made that song? It was like a scream in the sky to ask for help or to be saved in kind of way.
Yeah, at that time, I really just wanted to make a. It was very heavily inspired by my useless life. I just want to make a very dark, gritty song, and that's what I made. It's my most streamed song I think it's at like 2100 right now. Um, very proud of that.
Yeah, yeah, congrats.
But I love the lyrics. I love the technicality of the drums, the sound of it. It's it's definitely my favorite song from that era of my music. I love it.
It's one of the most powerful ones actually too. So moving on to, well, if you want to say another more details about each song or whatever, I had like annotations of each song that I've been listening
Mhm.
to. So if you feel like that was not enough talking about something, you can tell me and we can talk more. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like "Loss of Life," the song, is one of the most beautiful songs that you ever released, at least for me. I find the melody so sweet and relaxing. And why did you decide to release a song like this, like just instrumental and really chill song? Like it's really different.
I don't know. I've always wanted like a little short instrumental song that's like very emotional and very powerful. And that was pretty much the brainchild of all of those ideas into one.
Hmm.
Um, I love the fuck, what is it? The rhythm guitar. You can't really hear it. It's kind of in the background,
Hmm.
but it's very technical, and I don't even know if it makes sense with the lead, but it just sounds beautiful otherwise. Uh so yeah, the it's a very good it's a very nice, just relaxing, calm song. It feels like you're on like this soundscape.
Yeah,
Uh it's so cool. Yeah, I'm glad you like that one.
yeah. It's like it could work as a interlude on some album as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
some checkpoint, for relaxing and
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
It's just a nice breakaway from all the chaos. It's
Yeah,
just
free share. Yeah. There's another song called The World is Better Without You. That is one of my favorite songs that you ever released in this
mm,
project that list. The mix between the beautiful melodies with the screams are just perfect for me. I have to, sorry for asking this for almost each song, but what were you thinking when you made this song? And also I want to, highlight as well how perfect and beautiful the end of this song is. There's like a melodic voice at the end, like singing in the background in the melodies. Like for me, it's like this song is so
mm-hmm.
perfect. So what were you thinking when you made this song? Like there was something you don't have to like really be like detailing everything. Like there's I
Yeah.
know that there's some personal stuff, but like you were having like a worse stage in that time. It was like everything going better, or maybe getting rid of people and circumstances or whatever.
Um, at that time, I really just wasn't feeling like myself. And the song is basically about looking in the mirror, and the mirror is like telling you to kill yourself, basically.
Yeah.
And and it's just basically just not like feeling about yourself, and it's basically you telling yourself that the world is better off without you. Um, so if anybody has ever like felt like they're not like themselves, um, the person that they are is just
Mhm.
not who they should be, then it's a very good song to listen to.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites and one of the most I feel, like connected. I felt that type of situation like really a lot of times, so I kind of relate to you, and like I can send you like a virtual hug with that song.
Thank you.
Like there's a song also, that I really enjoy, that for me it's like the for me it kind of feels like there's some optimistic stuff going on. That is the song, quite frankly I'm bored. That for me is like the
Mm-hmm.
actually the makes me feel that things are going better, or even that something is healing in yourself, even though it's actually like a melancholic and sad song. You can feel that everything that you've been releasing is, well, you can feel that everything that you've been releasing is like fixing you in some way. How did you feel when you
Mm-hmm.
released this song? Am I wrong
Uh,
talking about it, or?
I love that song. I wrote it. I was trying to go to bed one night. It was like midnight, and I couldn't go to sleep. And I just thought of like a riff. I was like, okay. So I hop on my music. I wrote the song in like an hour and a half. Uh, but it's more shoegazy
Yes.
than the song is basically just straight shoegaze. I I don't know. It's one of my favorite songs. It's very relaxing. It's just I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Like the structure, the sound of it is just very. It just brings you back to like some like old '90s shoegaze, and
Yes.
it's one of my favorites. I tried adding lyrics and vocals, but I just didn't know like a way to structure it that sounded good. So I was like, I think it's good as an instrumental.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's one of my favorites. Like transitioning into the era that I am in now.
Yeah, because you know that as you say, like there's like different structure, and you know there's like a lot of tempo changes that I really appreciated and really like that, you know, like that changes and all that stuff. And actually,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask you, like, do you think the song doesn't need vocals because the song it speaks for itself? And actually, that's true. Like
Yeah, it
you don't even need like vocals in that song. Like it sounds really good in instrumental. So that's one of my favorites too, and I really appreciate that you actually released that. Like that's a really good one.
thank you, thank you.
Actually, I didn't ask you first this in the beginning, but you know, like talking about this project, what do you think are the most, you know, we'll move on to the keep watching the, you know, keep talking about the singles and you know the EPs, the
Hmm.
splits and everything. But what do you think are the your inspiration at least, or bands or artists to start this project, like to start this Black Gaze project?
Like my influences.
Yeah, to this one because you told me in general like to start making music, but maybe you were thinking about some artist or some band before starting this project.
Uh, well, before I started, it was mainly My Useless Life, Sadness, a lot of other bands, Lantlos, mainly,
Landloss is a really good one.
yeah, Landloss. I love Landloss.
Yeah,
Mainly their shoegazy side.
I'll say
Um,
maybe I'll say
hmm I'm not a big fan of Alcest. I don't know.
okay,
I couldn't get into them. They're good, but I don't know. I could never get into them.
it's fine.
But those bands were put me into like the mindset to make music, and then moving on, I got like I said more into Deftones, into Stain. I love like the grungy, just heaviness sound of it. A lot of bass and mids.
Yeah,
Just overall, just a lot of fucking sound. Uh, but yeah, it's just I got more into like the grunge, like the dad rock, and so I used a lot of that inspiration for my music moving forward.
yeah. So you gotta love Fleshwater and you know Vane FM as well. Have you listened to them?
Hmm.
Like it has that, you know, that,
Hmm.
well, maybe not grungy, but you know like more like combining shoegaze, new metal, and all that stuff. So it kind of sounds like
Hmm.
really good in that way. You know, like moving on to the next single that I have to talk about it, like "You Are Me" for me is one. I know that I've been saying like this a lot, but you know it's for real. Like it's one of my favorite songs that you ever released. You know, like has like DSBM vibe. You know, combined with that screams of pain. Like
Hmm.
it gave me like goosebumps the first time that I listened to it. It has, you know, that Midwest emo vibe as well, and you know it's also, if I'm not wrong, it's part of the split you made with Theophobos, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
That's the name.
Theophobos,
Outside
Outside
Observer and
Observer.
In Tears. Yeah. What is your background
Hmm.
with them? Like, have you met them
Um,
personally? Is some personal background out there, or just for, you know, creative making music?
it was just a purely online just thing, just to make a split, just so we can collaborate,
Hmm.
get our names out there. They're all really good guys. They made very good songs, and I'm proud to say I could be in a split with them. Uh, that song, "Mindless Life," our mutual, he that's actually his favorite song of mine.
Really,
Um,
that's one of
and
the
then
best ones.
another one of my online friends, I think he lives in Nevada now, but that's his favorite song as well. I There's only vocals for like half of it. I was scared to release the lyrics because they're kind of like mumbo jumbo.
Okay.
They're not, they don't make no sense, but yeah, the song is just nice, like the melody and the vocals. It's a very good song. I love that song.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones that you actually released. And you know, like we actually talk about the singles, and we are moving, you know, to the another split called Nothing Will Ever Be the Same with Cold July.
Hmm.
You know how that
Hmm.
collaboration came about, and what's your personal background with that project, with that guy? Because I know that later you were like collaborating on another song, if I'm not wrong. And
Yes, Last Breath.
Last Breath, yeah.
Uh, I've known I've known Kenna since 2020, I think.
Hmm.
We've talked a lot, collaborated on a lot of stuff, tried starting up a lot of stuff. Um, Good person, amazing artist. I was like, hey, let's make a split, you know. We
Yeah,
I got my band. We actually released our first single for our both of our bands on the same day. Like, Are You Happy for mine, and then another one for Shot of Light. We released on the same day, which is funny.
yeah.
Um, Coincidental. We didn't even mean to do that.
Wow.
Uh, but yeah, I was like, hey, let's make a split. Um, I would love to collaborate with you. And then later on, we collaborated on Last Breath. I thought his vocals really fit the atmosphere of that song. It was more depressing,
Yeah,
so I love the put.
that's the beautiful part of it, like collaborating, like more natural, like as you said, like, hey, yeah, I like your music, I like your music too, let's collaborate together, and that's it.
Mhm.
Because that's the one of the most beautiful parts of like underground music, if you can say that, because when you're growing as an artist, it's really difficult that people doesn't come, to get some interest of it, like to be more recognized, or to be like uh kind of related to something, like to someone that is maybe more famous or whatever. So the
Mhm.
beautiful part of being underground, or still underground in that way, is like you can collaborate with people because you just admire what people are doing, like
Mhm.
that.
Exactly.
That's the most beautiful part. So like moving to a song that actually I really enjoy and I really like, Stop Looking Up, The Moon Doesn't Like to Be Watched. Like for me, it's like the beautiful, a really funny and beautiful title at the same way. For me, it feels like
Mhm.
a really simple song, but at the same time, really deep. I don't know if it's because the down tempos that there are in the song, or because it's kind of dark. But how do you feel about song, and what did you release? What did you decide to release the song?
It was more just so it was more of like a breakaway in between my long release time. So I was like, let me just put something out there. Um, I chop I chalked it up in like a week. I
Hmm.
just like the very atmospheric, eerie sound that it had. Uh, I don't know. It's just a nice like creepy kind of sound. I was
Yeah,
just messing around, and I think it sounds beautiful at times.
yeah. So that song is like kind of specific, as I said, like some maybe I don't know if simple, but you say that you will like put in some time of it. But for me, like feels like it has like a really deep meaning for me a little bit. It kind of relates to me in some kind of way. So I kind of find that song more interesting than maybe, as you say, like should be in kind of way. But like moving to from that song, there's like an
Mhm.
EP. I think that was like your first EP, like length, o sea,
Yes.
long, like long. Yeah,
Hmm.
there is like EP called Waiting, that which has like 5 songs. That firstly we have Can't Forget You, that one of the most sad and at the same time beautiful intros that I ever listened to. Next up, one of the best songs for me in the EP, I Should Never Say Goodbye, a really sad and melancholic song that got stuck in my head like for a long time. I've been
Hmm.
singing it in my head all every day. And next we have Change, a great but short song that has melancholy and beautifulness that I really love. That another one, First Love in October, that I guess that's the song you made. I don't know if that's true, when you first met your girlfriend, but at the same time it feels like,
No.
well, wait, but at the same time it feels like it has that desire and melancholy to be with her. Tell me what meaning has that song for you, because I've cried several times to it, and I'm really serious
uh,
about it because of how emotional it is.
nah, I wrote the song. I don't really know. At that time, it was a lot of heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I basically it was just heartbreak. Um, and I tried. just writing a song about meeting somebody. Uh, it's mainly just heartbreak.
Okay, my bad about it.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
you're
thought
good.
I just thought at the beginning because I don't know. I don't no. There's no like single release of this one, right? Maybe I
Oh
just
no, there is.
maybe
Oh yeah, there is a single release.
that's why I thought that it was like that's your I'm wrong like talking about it like that's your girlfriend in the cover art as well.
Oh, there it is. It is. I
That's
put
why
her
I was
in there.
mistaken about it. Like
Ah,
I
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I put her in the album covers, a lot of the covers,
Yeah.
because I want her to be a piece of the music, and I always think about her when I listen to all of it. So I want her to be a part of it. At that time writing it, it was just heartbreak. Um, it was just basically a heartbreak song, you know, meeting somebody.
Yeah.
Um, but now it's just more about meeting the love of my life, who's behind me, staring at me.
You're saying that because she's behind, right?
What are you eating? Burrito. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Where'd you get that? Woo!
that made me hungry. She said a burrito. I really want that right
Yeah,
now.
burrito. She didn't bring me no food.
So yeah, I really appreciate that you actually like put some really your girlfriend's your album covers and all your stuff that you do because it adds like that powerful and romantic and beautiful vibe in it. So
Exactly. It's just like the album cover reflects the music, and it's just when people see it, they'll have that moments of emotion, and they're like, okay, this is what it's about. And so they can resonate it with anybody that they have feelings of love for.
yeah, exactly. So before going through and to the last song of this EP, I want to ask you why did you decide to finally release that first EP? Like, do you have like a couple songs you know already done and you were like I want to put them together and make an ep? It was like more a conceptual ep like I should bring these songs together to make a connection, they are like really related or whatever.
Um, with the last song, it's one of my favorite. It's actually my most popular and what brought me into like that era of
Yeah,
music. So I really just wanted to finally like put it on a release, and so it get a little more traction. And
yeah,
also, it's another song that kind of relates into it because it's basically about somebody that you you love, but they're acting different. So you're
hmm,
like, who is this person? Like, I don't know this person no more.
yeah,
Um, so it relates to all the other songs. So I was like, you know what? Let me add it in there. Um, and the I love that it fits in.
yeah. So actually, this song that we are talking about is "Who Owns This Dead Body," that for me is like the single that defines the transition between I mean, from black gaze DSBM to something more grunge, maybe if we can say
Mhm.
that. And you still actually combining it with the elements you had in the past. Why did you decide to evolve to this new sound? I guess everything maybe was going better or whatever, or maybe you were listening to more grunge music and you decided to make a transition of the sound.
I did listen to more grunge, post grunge, like '90s, 2000s dad rock. It's basically what I started listening to more. And I just love the heaviness and like that it can be more than just depressing and more than just screaming. Like you can add a lot of variability to it. So
Yeah,
I was like, let me go to this sound, and it's one of my favorite sounds. It's just the black grunge gaze.
yeah.
It can be more lively than just depressing, and I like that like the variability of it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs too. Also, and I have to say, that like to highlight, and you should be proud of this because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that this EP was actually produced and mixed and everything by yourself, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I
So
did. I did
I
literally
have to
everything.
to highlight that and congrats for that because like not just this song, like every song that in this EP and later is really polished and has like a really beautiful production. So I have to highlight that, and thank
Thank
you for,
you.
and I really appreciate that you put that effort and time to the production and the mastering. Like it feels like there's like a lot of time put in them. And finally, this song for me, like something has like some melancholic feelings, like talking about the past. How did you feel when you made this song? Where we were talking about that this was a transition from black gaze TSBM to something more grungy, or something more black grunge gaze, if we can say that.
Hmm.
Did you in that era you were like feeling better, feeling like in the same, you were stuck as you were kind of stuck in the past maybe, or you were
Hmm.
feeling better in that stage of your life?
I was feeling a little better, a little worse in some parts, but it was it was a good combination because it was I was able to write music like that,
Mm-hmm.
having both sadness but both happiness,
Yeah.
mixing the two, and you can add that sort of duality in the song, and it did help a lot. I was feeling a lot better. So I love mixing the um spectrum two sides of the spectrums of emotions into one song.
Yeah.
Uh it just sounds beautiful doing that with Black Ace.
Yeah. For me, like I really appreciate that, and I'm really sorry to talk about, talking about feelings and all that stuff. Like for me, it's really important to talk about, or to be honest and transparent about some chapters that you actually closed. Maybe if they're like present, uh or nowadays you are feeling something bad or whatever, it's more difficult to talk about it. But like I really appreciate that you have been like, you are like honest and transparent about talking about that experience in the past. I really appreciate it. And like that's the main thing, like as we were talking before, to close chapters, like talk about
Exactly.
talk about that experiences. And the most important thing, as you said, like being creative, using that experiences to close the chapters, like that's
And if you can't talk about it, it's because you still want to be in there. I can talk about it. I don't want to be in that chapter no more. So it's easier for you to talk about something that you don't want to be in anymore.
yeah.
And if you want that, it's very hard to talk about it. It's very emotional, but now it's just hey, it's whatever. Like I wrote the music, took the feelings, wrote the music. It's done.
That's really beautiful as well. And like I say this because if you feel like quite uncomfortable talking about something, yeah, like you can tell me, and we can stop. And not just stopping, like I can cut the video. Like we have we are lucky to be like a recording, not like a streaming or something, so we can cut it out, and we are fine. So I will tell you when I'm posting this, and before posting it, you can tell me remove this, remove that, and we are good with it.
Okay.
So moving to your first full-length album called Love of My Life, that I think that is the first one that you actually released in a physical copy as well.
Hmm.
I guess I kind of guess that is dedicated to your girlfriend, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, of course.
Of course,
Yes.
yeah. She also is in the album cover. In general, it feels like it has that intention to to get her back in some kind of ways. Tell me about the idea of creating this album first, before talking about each song that I want to talk about it, and why you decide to use this sound in this album.
Um, it was basically like I've been talking about earlier, just taking the feelings, using them, and just getting away with it, like just getting rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just basically feelings of heartbreak and just using that in the song. Um, Now I apply it to my current girlfriend, but it's just feelings of heartbreak. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful album. Like one of the, you can say that not many people can release a first full length album. It can sound like that good. Like talking
Hmm.
about production, mastering, and even about the lyrics. That firstly I have to talk about the intro, called an eerie piece, a beautiful intro with, you say some words that, if you don't mind, I will say. Even Ever since you left, I can't feel anymore. It's a haunting silence around me, an eerie peace. You can let the silence get too loud, or it will drive you insane. Ever since that day, it's been is spiraling out of control. I've been spiraling out of control. Sorry. There's lyrics talk like about the sadness of not having that loved one or missing it. How do you
Mm-hmm.
feel about this intro? It was like the main intention is to express that type of feelings. Tell me more about this intro. When you decide to to make the song?
Uh, I just wanted to make like a really like nice emotional intro to a beautiful album, and I don't know. I wanted, I added like the Deftones, some Deftones influence to it.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's just a nice, simple song. It adds a lot of exposition to the album, and
Hmm.
I it's just beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
very nice intro. I'm glad I made that as an intro.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Like, it's one of the most beautiful songs on the album as well. And the second song there is called Obsession, that is for me like a little debatable, where you express a real obsession that you have since she looked at you. Like, there's like
Hmm.
you say that literally in the song. What do you think about it? Is this a real obsession, unhealthy kind of way, or do you feel it's more like falling in love with her? You can express right now your
Uh,
feelings. She's behind you, so you have to be correct about it, right?
yeah, it's just about because everybody talks about love and they also talk about obsession.
Yeah.
They always say you can't if you're obsessed, it's not love, and that's what the song is about is being obsessed with somebody. Um, but it's just an obsession. Like it's behind the obsession. There's really nothing to it. There's no strings attached. That's basically what the song is about. It's about just lying to yourself and just being obsessed and saying that you're in love, but you're really not. It's just an obsession.
Yeah. So you think that like I don't know how to explain this. Like, it's like a thin line between obsession and between healthy obsession and unhealthy obsession, right? Like, it can lead you to
Hmm.
that, and to create like a real bad environment about it and everything. I say this because I have experienced this, so I know how to feel the feelings about it. And like, it's really good that you actually talk about this topic in some songs, and I really appreciate that as well. There's a song called Her Brown Eyes. Like, for me, it's so sweet. How do you describe your girlfriend in those lyrics? Like, the change from the acoustic guitars and music that it was like in the beginning, to the electric ones, made my heart like really melt. Like, how did she feel after you showed her this song? Like, she knows everything
Well,
about the songs that you actually do for her.
well, when I wrote these songs, oh, this was before I met my current girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, these are just like I basically just took the heartbreak and just decided to write songs.
Okay. Okay.
It's not
My bad.
about anybody.
My bad. My bad.
No, you're good. But now I do apply most of it. I do apply it to my current girlfriend, and she's got her brown eyes. So it's basically about her. I know. That's all I think about when I see about her. So it's basically like I wrote the songs. Um, even though I wrote them before I met her, it's basically like it was just all about her, which is
Yeah.
like a thing. It's just beautiful if you think about it. And
Yeah,
yeah.
even though there are some experience, there are about experiences in the past, you now connect that experience in the past to her. Like, the songs that make them for her. You change the meaning for your actual meaning. So
Hmm. Exactly.
that's the beautiful way to to make it. Like, you can.
And
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the thing about art. It's just it doesn't have one meaning. The meanings can change over time with how you feel and resonate, and that's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs as well. Last Breath is an amazing song. We were talking about it
Hmm.
earlier. a collaboration with Cold July and one of the most heartbreaking lyrics I ever read. How do you feel about this song, and what were you thinking or feeling when you wrote it the first time?
Um, it was basically about being in love with somebody and being on deathbed. Um, but it's very depressing, and
Yeah.
they're not they've passed before you, so you're basically like imagining
Mhm.
um an image of them being alive, like on the side of your deathbed, but they're not there. I think it was the second song I wrote for the album, actually. And then uh I wanted like some vocals at the end, and I was like, okay, let me get Cold July. I think uh Kenna's vocals would fit very nice, and they
Yeah, it
do the
fits.
screams. It's a very more black metalish song, which I
Mhm.
was going for, and it worked. It worked perfectly. It's
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites to listen to.
yeah, same here. Like it's one of my favorite of the album. And you know, there's like maybe for you is one of the or the most important song in the album that it has two parts. You know, I'm talking about For Her. You know,
Hmm.
the first one, the first part for me is the most beautiful song on the entire album, I have to say.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you know the lyrics. I will kill just to hear you say my name. I will watch the world burn just to see your flame. For me, is the one of the most beautiful verses I ever heard in my life. Like,
Really?
really, really, really. Like for
Thank you,
me
thank you.
that I have now a relationship since like a year ago or something like that.
Mhm.
You know, I can feel that. Like, I can feel
Exactly.
that
Like
feeling.
you would do anything for that person, and you would watch the world burn, but you would rather see them, like
Yeah,
to
that
see them. Like
it, ma-
it's amazing.
it makes me like a little bit teary, you know. But you know what? Why did you say to make this song and divide it into parts?
Um, I really just wanted a nice duality
Mm-hmm.
of an emotion.
Yeah.
So the first part is more soft and beautiful, acoustic, of course. And then it builds into this aggressive song in part two. It's like very technical and all over the place. I just fucking it's a very good two-parter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's my the second part is my girlfriend's favorite song off the album.
Okay. That I was gonna talk about it. You know, that is a collaboration with Strayline, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
That you know, like first of all, what is your personal background with that guy with that project as well?
I was on TikTok one time. I saw his music. I was like, wow, this is
Really
amazing.
nice.
And then um we added each other talking a little bit about music, and I was like, hey, I got this song I'm releasing. You want to feature on it? He's like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got him to feature on it. His vocals were amazing.
Yeah.
Very good, very good finisher. Just the cherry on top. Like they sound so good. Cause I tried adding my cleans. I was like, I can't do it. Let me put his in there. And it
Yeah.
sounds so good.
Yeah, and also this song is like really heartbreaking as well and really sad for me, mostly because of the way you say the words "please come back." Like for me, when I heard that, for me that "please come back" for me, I
Hmm.
felt it like really personal for me, and I got goosebumps at that time. Like for me, it's like one of the most powerful songs in the album as well. There's like another song that is the next one on this album called "There's Nothing as Beautiful as You."
Hmm.
That you know, like for me, sounds chaotic in the best way possible. I have to say, because it feels like you cannot forget any part of her. You know, tell me more about this song. What do you think
Um,
about this song?
well, it's I it was a very I used that was the song I used a riff from I was watching my Instagram story
Yeah, you
archive
told
and I
me
used
before.
that.
Yeah,
Uh and I really just wanted a nice long acoustic emotional song. Uh and then I don't know, it's just a nice simple emotional song. It's beautiful.
yeah, it's a really beautiful song. Another beautiful song is
Hmm.
called Elisa. For me, it's like a such a beautiful and heartbreaking song as well. Why did you decide? Like I can imagine no, but why did you decide to combine that beautifulness and color of acoustic guitar, you know, with your screams in the background? It also talks about not being able, you know, to forget her. Can you tell me what you were
Hmm.
feeling at that moment?
Um, yeah, just a lot of heartbreak. I use that to push the message forward. Uh, yeah, it's just a lot of heartbreak I use in that song, and that's pretty much what you can see in all of it now.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite choruses. I love the way it I love the way that I word each of the lyrics to fit the chorus. It's a beautiful song.
Really great song. A really great song, but really sad as well. Called another one called Another Day Without You. For me, another sad song about missing her. Really well composed and really deep. With that melancholic, and sad feeling that it has in in that song. Um, I had to ask you this because in this song I felt like some I don't know, maybe if I'm being like rude asking this, but like
Mhm.
in this album I feel like some songs or maybe some parts are like maybe kind of off tempo. Maybe if I'm wrong about it. Is that on
Yeah,
purpose or you didn't record the song with a metronome or it was like on purpose?
I I have never used a metronome in any of my songs.
Okay.
I basically just record off feel, and I like the human feel of it because
Yeah, yeah,
not everything is going to be perfect unless you make it
yeah.
perfect, which is, you got to look at the nuance, like all the nuances of it. And I like the human feel of it. A lot of if you look specifically in like a lot of my songs, there's some parts where it's like it'll be offbeat by like a millisecond, half millisecond.
I really like that
Um,
actually. It's not like
and
telling you that it's bad. Like I really appreciate that.
thank you. And you know, I could take the time to go off a metronome and do it perfectly. I could. If I wanted to, I would. But I just like the human feel of not it being perfect
Yeah.
because not everything is perfect, and that's another message. I like to relay through my music.
That's a really good way, to produce and to record your music because it gives you like your personal touch on that, and I really appreciate that you are like not on the rules. Everybody like before I start recording, apply the metronome and all that stuff, and I really
Hmm.
appreciate that you are like you have the freedom to do whatever you want with your music. Like
Yeah,
it has that freedom, within.
thank you. Yeah, I don't like I don't even have a tempo for any of my songs. Like it's just I think in all my recording sessions it just says 120. Like I've never changed it. I just go off of my tempo
Hmm.
that I want. Uh and I remember I saw a video one time and this drummer, he was like, yeah, whenever I record drums, I always put everything like at least like not everything, but most notes like are like a quarter, like a millisecond off,
Yeah.
just so it gives that feel that a human played it, and that's what I like to do.
Yeah, that's like really personal producing about yourself. I really like that, and being able to not, to how can I say this? Like you can feel that off tempo parts in some parts,
Mhm.
like not in every part. So I really appreciate that, and I want to highlight that, like even without using metronome, you are able to stay on tempo most of the time.
Hmm.
Like
And
that's
then
that's the most difficult part about it.
and then sometimes I'm like, I hear it's off tempo, I could fix it, but I'm like, I like the way it feels. I like the sound of it. It's not crazy off tempo to you're
No,
like, what the hell?
it's
It's just a
different.
little bit. So you get that feel.
Yeah, and it's different because nowadays music is like it's very strict about the structure and the tempo, and
Hmm.
it's not that organic or natural that it can be like recording in a studio and being off tempo and being like, fuck it, let's leave it that way.
Exactly. Like it's everything is an integer. There's no in between. Like you got to have some humanness, some like human like feel to it
Yeah,
for it to really get that emotional impact. Like when it's too overproduced,
it
you
doesn't
can
feel
just tell like
it doesn't feel
it
human.
exactly. Exactly.
That's the most important part. Like next song, and we have this song and the last one left. Haunted by what could have been. For me, it's one of the most heartbreaking songs because you mentioned several times the fear, sorry, of dying alone without her.
Hmm.
A really strong feeling that I can relate as well. So, what do you feel about this song nowadays? what is your the meaning that you actually have for your for this song nowadays?
Uh, it's just about like the fear of like what something could have happened, and not knowing it. It's basically just FOMO, fear of missing out. Um, yeah, it's very emotional song as well.
Yeah, really deep for me.
Thank you. And now I apply it because I'm like, damn, what if I never met my girlfriend? Like I could have not had that, and like you get now I apply it to like the fear, like I could have been haunted by not by what could have been
Yeah,
without her, and like that's terrible.
that's terrible. If you sit down and and you actually think about it, wow, you can realize how life fast is it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and how things happen really fast without even having the time to decide what's going next.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Exactly. It just goes by too fast. You just gotta remember what you have.
so thinking about like that you actually are right now in that stage of your life feeling better because firstly you deserve it, and secondly that girl like is one of the most of the main healing parts of your life right now. So you is
Mm-hmm.
more like she finds you more than you find her. Like the life put put her in your life. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like the life put your girlfriend in your way to to make the difference between your old
Exactly.
one or your old Jesse and your new Jesse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's the one of the thoughts that I actually have every day. So when I wake up, I see her, and it's like, man, if I don't have her, I cannot like not just not be happy because we know how to be happy by ourselves, but it's like she gives me too much hope, happiness, and like what could have happened if she didn't appear in my life,
Exactly. You'd be a whole different person.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Like being without him.
Yeah, that's like really deep, and you can talk about like 4 hours about it. And like the last song, Heartbreak, Disillusionment, I can think about the meaning, but you're in that song for me is really heartbreaking, but because you're like asking for help in that song in kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
and you are like rejecting the day-to-day monotony in that song.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about this feeling. Like I can relate about the monotony to day by day, like work 8 9 hours a day, returning home, making all the stuff that you do in your free time, and you can hate that, but you and nowadays maybe that song or maybe that monotony is not that bad as usually was in your life. How do you feel
Yeah,
about that song?
it's not as bad now. I got truck driving, so I'm everywhere else. I'm different places,
Yeah,
different states.
that's
I
beautiful.
got my girlfriend. We're always doing different stuff. But that back then, it was after like heartbreak. It's basically about being in heartbreak, and every day is just
Yeah,
feeding into the next day because you're like, what can I do? Where is this person that I used to be with? They're just gone. So
yeah,
it's just about every day blending into the next.
yeah. That's like a really good song to choose for the final song of the album. Like
Hmm.
like ask for help in the end of the album, and rejecting that monotony like is like really really different for me. Like I really like that you actually choose that song for the ending. Like I really appreciate that. And as I said before, this album like is the first one that you actually released in a physical format. how
Hmm.
how was the collaboration with the elastic stage about the
It was
physical
good.
format?
It was good. I got a couple sales, not a lot.
I will I
But it
will I
was it
will buy
was.
it, by the way.
Thank you. I do have to change the album cover. I do have to change it. But yeah, it was very good. I'm very happy I did it.
So you are thinking about new releases or even older releases, like releasing them, sorry, in a physical format as well. Like, do you appreciate that physical
Yes.
format?
I do want to release a like a compilation of a lot of my songs.
Wow, nice. That's a really good decision.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be waiting for that, but until that moment, I will maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow. I'm trying to buy the that album because it kind of some songs are very related to myself in my older stages of my life. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to have that album in a physical copy, to hug it, like to embrace it for me,
Mm-hmm.
like a way to close that old chapters as well. So I will buy it.
Hell yeah.
I will buy it, and I will probably like talk about it and make an unboxing and all the stuff. I have like a box art right there that is full of vinyls and CDs and tapes and everything. So I will
Mhm.
include it in that video probably. But like I really appreciate that you make a physical format as well, because for me, like I always talk about this, but like music, when some music is like it how can I say that? But it saves you in in some stages of your life, or it makes you like really evolve as a person, and it makes you feel better in some kind of way. When you have it like in a physical format, it's like the best way
Mhm.
to literally hug the music, and like
Exactly.
to have the situations, experiences, the feelings in the physical format. Like I really appreciate that, and it's one of my favorite feelings ever. Like I have like 2,000 or well 200 or 300 CDs, tapes, and vinyls and all the stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to make more releases. This one I gotta make a new physical release for this album. Uh so I'm gonna get that done this week. Uh and then I want to make a compilation of like all my past releases, put it into one.
That
But
would be
yeah, I
great.
thank you.
So you are like thinking about just releasing CDs? Are you planning on releasing on other formats like vinyl? Or I know vinyl is really expensive, but maybe tapes at least, or just CD. Like you prefer
Uh
that format?
CD is very easy. Vinyl, there's a lot of like rules with it. I couldn't put my album on there because it was too long.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, it was
Yeah,
like
that's it.
5 minutes too long. And then tapes, I don't know much about tapes. I've never had tapes, but
Hmm.
I know a lot of it is used within this genre. So I would love to do tapes someday in the future.
That will be really amazing. I will be waiting for that. So finally, in your discography, until now, until this day, because I don't know when it's gonna be released, this we have your most recent split called "I Carve Your Name into the Flesh of This Earth, My Every Side Filled
Hmm.
with Your Perfect Name." That we were talking about it, like it's a collaboration with My Endless Life. It's a friend of us, a really nice
Yeah.
guy that I enjoy his music really much. That I would love to bring him here as well. How does this collaboration come about, and what is your personal background with him? You told me that he's like is your friend, is a friend of yours, and I don't know if you tell me because I'm kind of overwhelmed. Spanish, I mean English is not my main language, so I'm thinking like too
Hmm.
much, and to trying to be more the most fluent guy I'm have you ever seen. So I'm really sorry if
You're good.
I make some mistakes about my English level or whatever, but like I don't remember if you told me like more deeply about your personal background with my endless life. Can you tell me more about it?
Uh, I believe we started talking maybe a year and a half ago. Um, he came and said like he liked my music and
Hmm.
I liked his music, so we just been talking a lot, and then we finally decided to collaborate and make a split, and we released that split. I would love to do more stuff with him. He's been doing really well. I'm happy with what he's releasing. He's
Yeah,
very good, so
he's
I'm proud of him.
yeah, he's really good, and in the split he also gives like he's like really he underrates himself, and I really appreciate that he is able to make songs without adding his vocals. Like he doesn't even need vocals to express the feelings. Like with his
Mm-hmm.
instrumentals, like he's enough for him to to make a beautiful song and all that stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
talking about your songs in the split, I want to highlight the heaviness and beautifulness that a song like "The Smell of Her" Hair carries me through my life to never let me forget. Actually, has like it has like a really it's really heavy, but at the same time, it's really beautiful. Like I really appreciate that song really much. It's one of my favorite one of the
Thank you.
split. And also talking about this song, it's lovely how it has like different sections. Like I kind of feel like the inspiration or influence by Damian in that part, because you know that in this song it has like a different sections that actually
Hmm.
the last one of it reminds me a lot. Maybe I'm wrong about it, but it reminds me a lot of Deftones. Like this song they remind me at the end a lot of Deftones, maybe of the riff or the riff that it
Hmm.
has or whatever. And you know, it's like one of my favorite ones. And finally, the most beautiful song for me in this split, even the songs that My Endless Life has, like I don't want to underrate them or whatever, but you know, this one for me is my favorite one, the most beautiful song for me in the split. I live only to see her beautiful self once again. And you know, I want to take time to thank you, like not just for this song, like just for releasing
Hmm.
music in general. You're like I don't know how to say that, but you're like contributing like a lot to the genre, like different perspective about the music, different technique, different ways to make the this genre, put in some
Hmm.
technical elements at different sections, including grunge as a genre in this subgenre. Like it's difficult to create
Hmm.
another subgenre in a genre that actually exists in before. So I gotta thank you for that, and for releasing
Thank
these
you.
beautiful songs, for being that honest and transparent about talking about your feelings, not just in the songs. I'm talking about here also. I really appreciate it,
Hmm.
and like congrats for that. And I gotta highlight the as well, the production, the mastering, the composing stuff. Like I really appreciate and thank you for everything that you've been doing until now.
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
and I have to finish this conversation and this interview asking you the most difficult question ever made, ever. If you can
Hmm.
name top three, well, if you can name three, 5 or 10 albums that for you are, maybe the best, maybe that mark you in your life, that are for you like the difference from others, or
Hmm.
maybe that they are like important in your creative process. Can you name three, 5 or 10? I know that's really difficult, but like
Hmm. Of course, sadness is I want to be there.
yeah,
Of course, that one. That's one of the pinnacles. Deftones, Around the Fur.
yeah,
I love that album so much. Uh, very big inspiration. And then Stained. Fuck, I forgot chapter 3, I think. Um, it's the one with it's been a while, but that album, I
mhm,
fucking love that album so much. Uh, with technicality, all three Infinite Annihilator albums, of course, like
yeah.
they give me like the technicality and like what I could write, and what can be written. They just give me that idea. Uh, Landlos's latest album,
Hmm.
very shoegazy. I love that album so much. That album is beautiful. I use a lot of inspiration from that one. Uh, and then I think Deftones, their self-titled album is very heavy.
The adrenaline is called.
Oh no, it's the one
Oh, the
with
one with the song. I know that with the
Minerva.
skull. Yeah, with Minerva. Yeah, with the
Yeah,
skull. Yeah,
yeah, that self-titled album. It's a very heavy album. I use a lot of like the inspiration of the heaviness for that album.
nice.
Uh, and yeah, basically just that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love like the heaviness, the softness, the emotional parts, the technicality, and just shove it all into one and try to make something out of it.
That's really nice. If I have to recommend you something, that you are like, I saw that you like shoegaze and that mix. with with something beautiful, something kind of dark and everything. There is an album I always say, I always talk about this. There is an album that, apart from "I Want to Be There" by Sadness, that actually that album saved my life like a lot of times. There's an album called "Odes to the Void" by the band Life on Venus.
Hmm.
It's a band from Russia that they made like a mix of dream pop and shoegaze. That if you can,
Ooh.
all you can check them out. Like you will, I guess, I hope so, that you will enjoy the music that they do. Like there's
You
like
said
a
ode to the.
odes, like odes,
Okay.
Odes to the void.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, there's also another album from these people called Homewards that you will enjoy as well. It has like this vibe.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So
I'm gonna listen to these.
if you have time, just check them out.
Hmm.
Like you won't regret anything. Like they have like different songs, but there's a song in that album, that last song, the last song of that album, "Odes to the Void," that is like the song is
Hmm.
called "At the Point of No Return." Yo, that's so chaotic. Like you will enjoy it so much. That is so different from the other songs that is in the album. So
Ooh. Okay. I listen to it.
yeah, I really appreciate that. And well, I hope that you feel comfortable in the conversation in the interview. I hope that that was enough of
Hmm.
your discography and your projects and everything. I really hope that you feel like, as I said, comfortable. And as I said before, if you want to remove some parts or cut anything that you actually don't feel comfortable about talking, I can do it. So there's no problem about it. And I really appreciate, I gotta say again, thank you for the music that you've been doing until now, and thank you for the releases. Thank you for everything that you've been contributing to the scene, to the genre. I really appreciate that, and I'm really glad that you all feel better and you are okay nowadays. You deserve it. Remember it. You deserve it, and
Thank
I
you.
hope that everything goes as well as been going on lately. And thank you
Hmm.
so much for joining. And I hope that as I said, this is enough for to make a conversation interview. And if you want to dig more deeply into some other topics, I'm open to make another conversation. I hope that you actually, as I said, feel comfortable with talking,
Hell yeah.
having a conversation and everything.
I do. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, man. It's amazing having somebody to be able to talk to on music. I've never done it before, so thank you. And thank you for what you're doing. Talking to people about their music, getting it out there. It's very good to have people like you.
I really
It's the
appreciate it.
best. It's the best part of the music sphere is having people that
Hmm.
are the middlemen between the artist and the listener. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks to you. Like, my main role here, or my main intention was, to bring to the channel, bring to this humble YouTube channel, bring the people that like I really wish that they deserve, the spotlight that they deserve. Like
Hmm.
for me, it's like, how can I say that? Like I don't know what's the word in English. Like unfair. For me, it's unfair to to know that there are some bands out there that they don't have the recognition that they deserve.
Hmm.
Like, so that's my main role. Like I listen to something because I actually listen to your music. I think that I listen to your music through Instagram advertisements, if I'm not wrong. I don't know.
Really.
Yeah, I don't know if it was from that, but like it's
Hmm.
and like for me it's unfair that people are being out there like you or any other people that they put in some time, effort, and not everyone, or maybe they are not getting the recognition that they deserve. So I'm kind
Yeah.
of
It's.
making that role, like bringing people to my channel that I think that they deserve, like the time at least, like,
Hmm.
or listen to their projects and everything, because you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, tell me.
Oh no, you're good. Everybody deserves to be listened to. It sucks when somebody puts their heart into music and they're not listened to.
Yeah.
So that's what you're you're good for. You know, getting everybody to giving them a chance and letting people hear
Yeah,
what's being made.
yeah, because it's like it's not like a big channel here, but after the first interview that I did with Damian, like some people are like feeling the love that I have for him, and I want to express that love to the people that they don't have the same recognition as Damian has. So I
Hmm.
want to bring that feeling every time that I bring someone to this channel. I want to make it like in an honest way, Like I don't feel comfortable bringing people that I don't really like the music or whatever they're doing. So I bring it.
Hmm.
I do it like the most in the most honest way. Also, I don't do it like trying to get something in exchange or something. Like I do it just
Hmm.
because I want, and that's the most beautiful part when I stop doing this, like for myself and for because I want, that will be like terrible if I stop
Hmm.
having that main thought about the music. I don't know if the word in English is like altruist or whatever. In Spanish is like altruist.
Altruistic.
Yeah, in an altruistic way. that's
Hmm.
that's my main role here, and I hope that this helps the people that they deserve to be listened at least you know
Hell yeah. Thank you.
So really, so sorry for the for every being like so long about talking, but thank you really
No, you're
much
good.
for joining, and I hope that I hope that I didn't waste a lot of your time, and
Nah.
thank you really much for joining, and I hope that that was enough. If it wasn't enough, you can tell me and we can do another one.
No, it was amazing. Thank you. I would be down anytime to do another one. But yeah, it was perfect. Thank you.
And again, sorry for my English. I've been last night I slept like 2 hours. So for me, like it's kind of overwhelming situation for me to speak English like for 2 hours and or even 3 hours. So I'm really
Hmm.
sorry if I made some mistakes about talking in
No,
English,
you were
and
you were really good.
I really appreciate it.
Don't fret. You were really good.
Okay, I really appreciate it. So thank you for coming in, for joining, and bringing this main project that you have to my audience, if we can say that.
Hmm.
And thank you really much for joining as well.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for everything, and I hope you take care. And well, if you need anything, I'll be here to talk about and whatever.
All right. Thank you. You too, man.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Take care.
Bye
Bye.
bye.